Hello and good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another day full of excitement and full of learning. This is Coach Junaid. I welcome you all once again to Know How Academy's live session on the art of successful interviews. And this is day two. So, on day one, we all discuss about how to create the resume, how to write an impressive cover letter, and we all like decided we all discussed about like what is the difference between resume and a cv, and also I tried to answer some of your questions, and I really want to thank you all that you all were so engaging, you all were interactive, and you all were really active during the live session, and I hope the same for the today as well. So I hope you all are ready for the next session. So let me take you to the presentation then. Yes, so this is day two and know how to crack a job interview. Yesterday we discussed how to create a resume, a cover letter, how to create a job application, and how can you reach to the job interview. Once you apply all those principles, then you will be in the job interview. So once you are into the job interview, what you need to do. Okay, so today that's what we are going to discuss. So are you excited about this thing? I am so excited. Let me know in the comment section how's the Josh. So I would like to start with one quote, as I shared one quote yesterday as well. Today also I want to start with one quote, and that quote is: one important key to success is self-confidence. An important key to self-confidence is the preparation. Okay, so if you want to be self-confident at everything that you are doing, you need to be prepared. Let me ask you a simple question. Okay, so if I want to ask you a question, and if you know the answer of that question, will you be confident to answer? Of course, yes. Okay, but if I ask you a question and you don't know the answer for that, you won't be confident to answer that. So exactly, preparation means first to get the knowledge. Okay, so confidence comes from the knowledge. Okay, and knowledge comes from the preparation. Okay, so let's go. So let's start with this thing, that once you are in the job interview, what exactly you need to do, what you need to present in the job interview, what you need to highlight in the job interview, what a job interview is all about. So the first thing, when you are in the job interview, what you need to prepare before going in an interview, you need to prepare how to talk about your technical skills. So you will have to demonstrate your technical skills. After technical skills, you need to demonstrate your exceptional communication and presentation skills. If I tell you that job interview is all about presentation skills, you are doing nothing in a job interview but you are presenting yourself. Even you are answering any question, you are presenting yourself. So it's all about presentation skills. And the one who is going to demonstrate exceptional communication and presentation skills is going to crack the job interview. So please build your communication and presentation skills. Be well prepared for that. The next thing that you need to show in a job interview is, of course, why they are conducting your job interview. They are conducting the interview just to assess your knowledge. But as you can see in the bracket, I have written applied. Okay, so I have asked this question to many people: whether do you believe that the knowledge is power? Because even in Google or somewhere on the social media, you must have read or heard about this particular quote, that knowledge is power. But let me tell you, knowledge is not power. Only applied knowledge is power. Because we all know about lot of things, okay, but have we applied that knowledge? Do we know what is going to be the outcome of that knowledge? No. If we don't know, then that knowledge is not power. So in the job interview, They want to assess your applied knowledge. So whatever knowledge you have gained, whether you have applied it, and how did you apply that, and what was the overcome that, what was the result of that knowledge application. So please understand this point, that you need to show your applied knowledge. We'll talk more about this thing. Okay, what exactly is the applied knowledge? So after knowledge, you need to demonstrate, you need to express. If you have any experience, if you have done any projects or any internship, you need to talk about that in the interview. And very important, very crucial, you need to show your passion, you need to show your enthusiasm for the role, and you need to show your genuine interest in the company. Okay, so it's not only about the job. Most of the candidates, what they do, they only show the interest in the job, but not everybody is showing the interest in the company as well. Okay, so while you are in the interview, you need to show your interest in the role, in the job, as well as in the company. You will have to research the company, and you will have to tell them that why you want to join this company. And the most important thing, while doing all these things, okay, please make sure, please keep this in your mind, that you are there to sell yourself. You have to sell yourself the way you sell a product. Okay, the same way you need to sell yourself. You need to talk about all the benefits that you can provide to the company. You need to talk about all the contributes that you can make to the company, and you need to tell them that yes, you are the best ideal candidate for this job. You need to sell yourself, please understand. Okay, so these are the points: technical skills, your communication and presentation skills, your applied knowledge, any experience, projects, internship, your passion, your enthusiasm, and your genuine interest. This is what you need to highlight in a job interview. So before you go to any job interview, please be prepared with all these points. Okay, I hope you are getting this. So let's talk about the next slide. Now we are going to discuss an overview of the different interview stages, the parts of an interview. Okay, so if you are in the interview, how many parts, or what are the different stages of an interview, that's what we are going to discuss next. So the first thing, okay, your interview starts with your introduction. Tell me about yourself. It doesn't matter what job you are applying for every job role, you need to first answer this question: tell me something about yourself, or introduce yourself. Okay, this is the beginning part of your job interview. After your introduction, what comes next is the technical round. Okay, so we can say the direct questions. The technical round means they are going to ask you questions about your skills, about your qualifications, about your role and responsibilities, and how you are going to perform that job, how you are going to solve the problems for the company. So they are going to ask you the direct technical questions. Okay, introduction, then comes the technical round. After technical round, the next thing would be HR round. Okay, so interview is not only about assessing your technical skills or your core skills, but also to assess your behavior, also to assess your soft skills. Okay, so in different situations, how you are going to behave. So that's why they ask some behavioral questions as well. And then the fourth one: do you have questions? Okay, so after every interview, the interviewers always ask this question to the candidates, to the applicants, that do you have any questions for us? And I want to tell you this thing, that I have observed most of the candidates say that sorry sir, or they say thank you sir, everything was discussed, so I don't have any question. I think this is going to be the worst response to this. Okay, if you are not asking any question, that means you are not interested, you are not genuinely interested in the company, or you are not having any questions, or maybe you have not gone through the company's website, or you don't know anything about the company, so you must ask at least two or three questions. So we are going to discuss all these points, okay, in today's session. How you can introduce yourself, how to answer, or what kind of questions you might face in the technical round, what questions you might face in the behavioral round, and what kind of questions you should ask and why you should ask this question. We call it asking strategic questions. Okay, so we'll discuss that, what exactly this is all about. So I hope this is clear to you. So the introduction, okay, yesterday I asked you, and we also shared one link with you in the comment section, okay, and we asked you to go through that video so that you can get some information about the introduction, and I hope you have gone through that and you know like how to introduce yourself, but still we are going to discuss that more. So if you have gone through that video, then kindly let me know in the comment section. So first thing, why every interview starts with tell me something about yourself. Okay. So when you are in the interview, the first questions you are going to face is tell me something about yourself or introduce yourself. So why they ask these questions? And how to introduce or sell yourself while answering tell me something about yourself question. I hope you have watched that video that I have shared with you, okay, but still I'm going to tell you, I'm going to share a sample introduction based on something, and that is, as I told you yesterday, we are going to discuss a job description. Yesterday, we also discussed this digital marketing role to create your resume, to create a cover letter. And so today we are going to discuss a job description, a proper job description. I told you, and I'm telling you again this thing, your entire interview will be stick to the job description. If you want to prepare better for the job interview, you need to understand, you need to analyze, and you need to go through the job description, and you need to prepare that. Okay, so let's discuss that. So for the digital marketing role, the first requirement or the first responsibilities that you need to perform is SEO optimization proficiency. Okay, so let's say if you want to apply for this digital marketing executive role, then you must have this skill of SEO optimization. The second thing, this is what is required by the employer, this is what is required by the recruiters, by the interviewers. Okay, so they have shared their requirement with you that if you fit to this job descriptions, then you are welcome to apply for this job. So if you have SEO optimization skills, if you can manage the social media accounts, if you have the expertise in that, or if you have strong content creation skills. Okay, so if you can create the content, if you have like skill to create engaging content, or you know how to apply different digital marketing strategies, or analytics and data driven decision making, if you can make the decision based on the data, based on your data analysis skills, then you are welcome. And you need to have a creative thinking for engaging campaigns. Okay, so these are the requirements, this is called the job descriptions. I have shared a small part of the job description, not the entire one, but just for example, just to understand that how to take help from the job description. So SEO, social media management, strong content creation skills, digital marketing strategy, analytics and data driven decision making, creative thinking for engaging campaigns. Now, this is very, very important. Before you go to any job interview, before you go to the interview, let me tell you one thing, you need to understand this thoroughly. You need to, I can say, you need to memorize this thing. and you need to prepare yourself based on this job description. So now we are going to understand and discuss how based on this job description you can introduce yourself, how based on this job description you can answer the technical questions, or even you can guess what kind of questions you might face, how to anticipate what questions you might face, like technical questions, the behavioral questions, and what questions you need to ask to the interviewer. We are going to discuss next. And yes, so stay updated on the industry trends. These is the job description. So please understand, you need to introduce, or I must say, you need to sell yourself in the interview. When they ask you this question, can you introduce yourself or can you tell me something about yourself? You need to introduce yourself or you need to sell yourself. Okay. And how to sell yourself? Based on the above job description. So I'm going to tell you how you can introduce yourself or sell yourself based on the job description. Let me go back. Okay, now this is the job description. Okay, so how you need to sell yourself based on the job description. So first, when they ask you this question, tell me something about yourself, this is how I want you to start your answer. You should say, sir, ma'am, thank you so much for this opportunity. I want to apply for this job because when I've gone through your job description, I felt like this job is meant for me because I have all the required skills, the qualifications, and I can perform all the roles and responsibilities which are required by you or which are shared in the job description. I can tell you that I have excellent SEO optimization skills. I can really help any website go on higher rank on the Google. Okay, so I can apply my SEO optimization skills, and I have very good skill in managing the different social media accounts and handles like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, Google. I know how to manage all of them, and most importantly, I want to tell you this thing, that I have strong content creation skills. I can tell you that this is one of my best or top skills. Okay, I have already written many engaging content. I can write the blogs, I can write the articles, I can also create the video contents. So I have strong content creation skills, and I can apply different digital marketing strategies so that our campaigns can be successful. And once I apply any digital marketing strategy, once I start any campaigning, so I always analyze that campaign based on the data that we are receiving, and next time whenever I'm going to create the next campaigning campaign for the digital marketing, I would take the help of that data that I've received or I have analyzed. So I have this skill as well. And of course, if you want to be successful digital marketing executive, you need to be creative, because you need to create creative content, you need to apply creative digital marketing strategies, and you need to manage your social media accounts with creativity. So I of course have this creativity skills, and I keep myself updated on the industry trends, so I know what is coming next, or how what kind of tools I need to use to stay updated, and how can I build the brand of your company. So I think I can definitely contribute to your company, and I can help you build your brand. So if you hire me for this position, I believe I'm going to be the best ideal candidate for this position. Thank you so much. So if you have noticed here what I have done, I have not gone through outside this job description. And even though if I have to tell you I am not a digital marketing executive, but still I was able to present myself well, still I was able to introduce and sell myself just because of this job description. So you can do the same thing. When you are applying for any job interview, just take help of the job description, fetch all the keywords from the job description, and create a good introduction, create a good sales speech about yourself. That is going to be your introduction. So I hope you understood that how to sell yourself or introduce yourself based on this job description? If yes, you can let me know in the comment section, so I also get to know that yes, you are getting this. So the way we learned how to introduce based on the job description, now we are going to discuss the technical and behavioral questions as well. But before that, I want to make the same announcement which I made yesterday as well, that yes, we are going to provide you a free, easy, certified live course for you. Okay, and it is going to be about the Power BI. I told you that we have already helped hundreds of US professionals to receive high paying jobs, and you can also be the next, you can also get the high paying job. And this is going to start from February 1st. And these are the things what we are going to discuss in that, everything about the Power BI. Then we are also going to offer you a free soft skills training for 7 days, and that is going to start from 12th of Feb. I can literally tell you, whether this is Power BI or the soft skills training or the next Power Apps, all these are the in demand course, and these are the skills that companies are looking for. And if you develop or instill or inbuilt these skills in yourself, definitely you are going to get a good job and you're going to build a good career for yourself. So I would request you that you must go for these courses. So you can scan this QR code, or you can simply go through our website and there you can register yourself. Thank you. So now back to this thing, the technical round. Okay, the direct questions. Now, if I have to tell you one thing, okay, or let me share an example with you. If you have to write an exam, okay, and the examiner, the one who is going to conduct your exam, share a list of questions with you and tell you that these are the questions you are going to face in the examination, will you be happy? Of course you will be happy, because you know what kind of questions you are going to face in the exam, so you can be well prepared and you can write that exam well. So exactly, I want to tell you this thing, there is a way to find out what kind of questions you are going to face in the job interview, and for that you will have to use the job description. So I have, like, brought some questions for you based on the job description. So you need to take the help of the job descriptions to prepare. So let's try to figure out how to. So these are the technical questions, and the first question is, so if you remember, the first requirement, the job requirement was SEO optimization skills. So based on that, you can face this kind of questions. The interviewers might ask you this kind of questions. How can you increase the organic search with your SEO skills? Okay. So this question is purely coming from the job description. So it is so easy. If you understand the job description, you can also understand what kind of questions you will be facing, and then you can also prepare for them. The second questions might be, what is your approach to create social media content? Calendar in alignment with the business objectives. So how we are going to create the social media content and the calendar with the business objectives, like what exactly the company is looking for, what is the company's brand. So how we are going to align your social media content and the calendar with the company's requirements. So you can receive this kind of question. The third question might be, can you share an example when your content has improved the campaign results? Okay, because you tried to sell yourself in the interview that you have great content creation skills and you have really created the engaging and creative content. So they are trying to assess that, they are trying to check that. They want, so you need to prove that. Okay, so okay, if you have the content creation skills, then tell us how your content has helped the company build its brand, or get more and more search, or if any of your content has gone viral. Okay, so if you are selling yourself on the points, you also need to be prepared that based on what you are saying, you might face the next questions. Okay, so always say those things which are there in the job description and which you really have the skills about. Okay, so these kind of questions you can face, and these all questions I have fetched from the job description only. I hope you are getting it, and I hope this is clear to you and it's going to help you in your next interviews. So after the technical round, after the technical questions, how to find out what kind of behavioral questions you might face. Okay, and they are always going to ask you this HR and behavioral questions. So let me tell you how you can find out what questions you might face, again based on the job description. So the behavioral questions are often asked to evaluate your soft skills, such as your interpersonal skills, your problem solving skills, conflict resolutions, or whether you are a team player or not. Okay, so basically to assess these skills, they ask you this kind of questions, and also what would be your behavior in a particular situation? How would you behave in that? For that reason, they ask you the behavioral questions. So let's see what kind of behavioral questions you might face based on the job description. And here we go. So the first question, okay, what was the biggest challenge did you face while working on a campaign, and how did you overcome that? Because you talk about that you apply different digital marketing strategies, and you have created engaging and creative content, and you have like worked on different campaigns. Okay, so of course you might have faced some of the challenges or problems while working on the campaign. So they want to know, okay, what was the biggest challenge and how did you face and overcome that challenge. Okay, so these kind of questions you might face, or you, I would say, you are definitely going to face. And behavioral questions are always, when I told you in the first slide that you need to share your applied knowledge, so now here is the chance where you need to share your applied knowledge. So what were the problem solving skills did you applied, and how did you overcome that? So you need to tell that story. So how did you face the challenge, what challenges did you face, and how did you overcome that? You need to tell that story. The next question might be, how do you get your content marketing ideas approved by the stakeholders? you, this is mostly happens like, when you are a digital marketing executive and there are your stakeholders and your management, it's not that easy that any ideas that you are going to share with them they are going to approve. Okay, so you need to convince them, so they want to. So why they are asking this question? Okay, how do you get your content marketing ideas approved? So they want to assess your convincing skills, they want to assess your communication skills, they want to assess your selling skills, whether you can sell your ideas or not, whether your ideas are really creative and effective or not. So you need to prepare yourself for this kind of question. Okay, so these were the behavioral questions, these were the questions related to the HR. Now we have come to this very important part of the job interview, which is, do you have questions? Asking the strategic questions. I want to tell you one thing about this particular part, this particular stage, that this is very important. Okay, this is very crucial. This is not that easy, or you cannot take it casually, or you cannot just skip this part. You can use this part for your to sell yourself again. Okay, so let's discuss. So first, let's talk about what is the importance of asking strategic questions to the interviewer. So it's demonstrate your interest. When you ask the questions related to the job or about the company, so the interviewer, the recruiters feel like, okay, you really are interested in joining this company, or you want to really join this job. Okay, so you must ask this question. Then it shows your preparation, that you are well prepared. You have gone through the company's projects, you have gone through the company's website, company's core values, the company's vision, and their employee policies and all. So you are genuinely interested that you want to join this company, and you are asking question about that. So you can ask specific questions. Okay, and when you will ask specific questions, they will be really happy, because not everybody is asking them questions, or not everybody is asking the smart questions. Okay, so while you ask them these questions, okay, you can again highlight your skills. I will let you know how you can highlight your skills in asking the questions. Okay, that's what the strategy is. That's what the key point is. So, and it will help you to sell yourself. Okay, so you can really sell yourself while asking these questions. So let's discuss how you can do that. So how it works. Okay, now this is very important questions. I really want you to understand this thing, that how it works. First thing, you should at least ask two questions. If you're not asking more questions, at least go with the two questions. Okay, and how to prepare for those two questions, I will let you know. Each question should be asked purposefully. So when you are asking a questions, you are not asking any questions randomly. You very well know why you are asking these questions, and in fact you also know what is going to be the response of the interviewer or the recruiter when you're asking this question. That is why I have named it strategic questions. Okay, so you are asking with a strategy. So you need to anticipate the response of the interviewer. Okay, so if I'm going to ask this questions, then probably the interviewer is going to respond me like that. I will also share one example question with you, and what you need to do with that I will explain to you. I want to really tell you this thing. This particular part, asking the strategic questions, I can tell you very few people in India are really teaching that. What I'm going to teach you, what I'm going to share with you, okay, this is really really important. Okay, so let's discuss a sample strategic question. Okay, so let's say they ask you, do you have any questions for us? Then of course you should say, thank you so much for this opportunity, sir. Yes, I have a couple of questions for you, and my first question is, and then how you can ask this question. The question is, you are asking this question directly to the interviewer, to the recruiter who has asked you to ask them question. So the question is, as you have been working with this company for long, what did you really like about the company and its culture? Could you please share your experience? So this is a strategic question, because when you will ask that interviewer, because he or she has been working with the company for quite long, and if you ask for their experience and about the company and its culture, they are not going to say anything negative about the company or its culture. They're always going to say positive about the company. Okay, so probably the interviewer's response would be, most probably is going to say good things about the company and its culture. They might say that yes, uh, it's been like 5 years or 8 years I've been working with this company. I really like the culture of this company. This company gives me opportunity to learn and to grow, and they have good employee welfare schemes. Okay, you can share your ideas with the bosses, with the management, and you can also apply your ideas. You can think creatively. Okay, and you, the culture is really nice, the environment of the company is really nice, and that is why I have stayed so long in this company. Most probably this is going to be the response. I hope you got it. Are you getting it? If you ask this question, most probably this is going to be the response. Okay, so now the strategy is that your part is not over. You have asked a question interviewer has given a reply, now it's your turn once again. You need to respond back to the interviewer's reply. You need to say something here. Okay, and that is what this asking question, the strategy is all about. Okay, so what can be your response? So once the interviewer said all the good thing about the company, this is what you can say. Okay, so one thing is that before asking this question, you should research the company. If you haven't researched the company, then you won't be able to respond to the interviewer's reply. Okay. So what is company? What is its culture and the employee welfare policies, etc. And firstly, you should thank them for the replying to your questions. So you would say, "Thank you so much, sir, for answering my questions. It is really great to know that the company is having such a wonderful environment and the culture and the policies for the employees." Okay, and then you need to admit that, and I really want to admit, I really want to say this, sir, that absolutely whatever you have said is true about the company, because I have researched the company, I have researched the company's culture, and that is the reason why I made this decision to join this company. Because if you can join this company and you can stay here for the 5 years, for the 8 years, for such a long period, and you can really enjoy here, so of course I think this can be a great opportunity for me. I can also learn and grow in this company, and I want to really contribute to this company. Did you like that? You are asking a question, and you know why you are asking a question, and you know what is going to be the interviewer's reply, and because you know what is going to be the interviewer's reply, you know how to answer or how to respond back to that. Similarly, you can create a few more questions. Maybe in the next time, as we are telling you, you can join our free 1 week course, and I will let you know everything about this thing. Okay. The more, if I have to tell you about what we discussed in the past 2 days, it just, I can tell you the 10% of the content that we have, 10% of the trainings that we provide about the job interviews and the soft skills. There is still 90% content, the 90% tips, the 90% tricks, and that you really need in order to crack your job interview or in order to be successful in your career. So if you say this, you will really impress the interviewer and conclude your interview at a very good note. Okay? Because when you are in the interview, mostly interviewers are going to remember two things. How did you introduce yourself in the beginning, and how did you conclude your interview? They are not going to remember the entire 30 minutes or 40 minutes of interaction with you. So you really need to leave the interview at a very good note, so that later on, after a few days, when they are screening or when they are making the decision who they want to hire, they should be reminded of you, that yes, that was the candidate who really like did well in the interview, and he really concluded his interview so well. Okay, so you need to give that reason to the recruiters, to the interviewers, that yes, you are the ideal candidate for that. So they must remember you. Okay, it's not about the interview, they must remember you after a week or 2 weeks, when they are making the decision to hire or making the final decisions of hiring. Okay, you need to give that kind of impression to the interview, to the interviewer in the interview. So that's all from my side. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, kindly let me know. Okay, any question, I would love to answer them. Can we please remove this notification of the poll, so that I can see the comment section, the live chat, because, because it's hidden behind that. I'm not able to see if there is any question. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So, okay, so we have created this pool, and 50% people are saying that you can handle the nervousness with positive affirmation. Very nice. Deep breathing exercise, of course, this also helps, and visualization techniques. Very nice. So I must say that you all are really knowledgeable people. You all are already expert, but you just need to polish your skills. You just need to get the exact knowledge and tips, and definitely we can provide you that. And I hope we have provided you many things which are really required for you for your next job interview. Comment yes if you really feel like that. And thank you so much. 92% people are saying that this live workshop really helped them. I'm so thankful to you that it helped you a lot. But still, just listening to us, or just like, just to know what I've said with you, it's not going to help you. You really need to apply this thing. Okay, applied knowledge. Please remember, if you are not going to apply this, if you're not going to practice all these principles, it's not going to help you. So please apply this thing. Okay, so Pico Soro is asking a question. What if they give negative response to test our response? What will be my next move? See, Pica, Pico Soro. Okay, let me tell you one thing. That's why I told you this is called an strategic uh, interviewing. Okay, so when you are asking a question, because I can tell you one thing. If they are hiring you for one company, if I am hiring you for one company, I'm interviewing you, and if you ask me this question, that what really, what do you really like about this company, then I'm not going to say anything negative, because I'm already working here for past many years, and I'm also hiring new people. So of course I would say positive. I would say positive only. Trust me that. Okay. So it depends on what kind of questions you are asking and how you are asking. Okay. I just gave you one example because of the time constraints. I cannot share. But definitely, as I told you, if you attend our free workshop, 1 week of workshop, definitely I will help you with that. Okay. I hope I answered your question. Any other question? Thank you, Abhijit. Thank you, Dharmista. Thank you, Priyanka. And thank you, everybody who are joining this live today. And really, you have made it really interactive by sharing your comments. And because, like, normally when you're doing YouTube live, I'm not able to see like what is the response of the viewers. But since you are making your comments over here, I am coming to know how you are feeling about this thing. So, once again, thank you very much for your time, for your efforts, and good luck, or I must say you do well in your next job interview. And if you have any questions for us, if you want to take any assistance from us, we are always here. You can contact us through our website, or you can really come to us, you can approach us. So it's been really a pleasure sharing this information with you. Stay curious, keep learning. Okay, so I'm back because there were some questions. So somebody asked this question, that how to answer why do you want to leave your current job. So I want to tell you this thing with everybody. I want to share this information, that our next video in our playlist is going to be exactly on the same topic, and I'm going to explain everything into that, that how to smartly answer this question, that why do you want to leave your current company. And once you learn that and apply that principles, definitely you are going to like answer these questions positively and appropriately. Is there any other question? So we already have like many videos about the job interviews in our playlist. You can go and watch them. Okay, it's all about like how to introduce yourself, how to sell yourself based on the job description, how to answer the questions, why do you want to join our company, and how to write a cover letter. Everything is there. Thank you so much. I'm glad to know that. So yes, we are going to make that video, and definitely maybe in couple of days, by Monday you will see that video in our playlist. Is there any other question? You are most welcome, Mr. Freelancer. Any other question, guys? So I think there is no more questions. So let us conclude this session here. Once again, thank you so much for your valuable time and efforts that you have invested here. Bye bye.